Have you ever felt like there's a vivid fire burning inside of you, yearning to break free and illuminate your life? That, my friend, is your vibrant life waiting to bloom. Welcome to the Vibrant Life Podcast. We are here to empower women just like you to liberate that vibrant life, to live authentically, and to harness the power within.
Our journey will take us through the enlightening realms of energy healing, goal setting, spiritual awakening, and so much more. We're stepping into the light of self-acceptance, of owning our power and potential.
If you have been yearning to dive headfirst into the world of entrepreneurship, or awaken your spirituality, or simply make peace with yourself, your search ends here at the Vibrant Life Podcast. As we embark on this enlightening journey together, we promise to hold your hand through every step of your journey to a more vibrant life.
Your adventure to true empowerment and authentic living begins here. Tap into the vibrant life you've always dreamed of. Subscribe now and join us at the Vibrant Life Podcast. Embrace your vibrant self. Until then, shine on.
Shine on.
Okay.
Hello.
And we don't have to be going yet. I was just like, let's just have it going because it might be something good.
It might be fun. You
It
never
might
know.
be good.
We're a good time.
Unless we're flat.
Unless we're flat.
Unless we're
Fonda.
flat, Fonda. Pull some cards.
I do. I feel like we should pull one of these. I don't know why,
All right, we're going to pull a card.
but we are.
I feel like the week for me has been about sharing healing energy.
There you go.
So you're feeling called to pull a card right now, which feels
Yes.
perfect.
So these are the Ask Your Guide cards. So apparently we need some advice, maybe on how to not be flat. Success.
Success.
Success. We are going to
Huzzah.
have success. I'm just teasing. If Audrey leaves this in, Fonda, I'm just teasing. Don't be mad at me.
So I went to my energy healing session this week, and Fonda did share that the first few episodes were blah, and then she goes, "That's not the right word. It's flat." It was flat, and I was like, "Well, probably because Cassie and I didn't know each other as
No,
well.
we didn't
We weren't
know
having
each
as
other.
much fun." I hope that it's getting more fun to listen to now as we get to know each other better. We're a lot closer now.
We're much more comfortable being on camera.
Yeah, our business
Yeah.
is growing, and instead of like before, I would edit, and now I'm just like click, run.
It's fine.
It's done.
Fine. So this card says accomplishment, satisfaction, security, safety. Your focus and effort have laid the groundwork for genuine security to unfold. I'm not wearing my contacts or glasses, so. Your work has been well executed, so the outcome is assured. This is not an accident, nor is it because you are lucky, although others may see your blessings and bounty as such. Your loving nature spirits want you to know that your forthcoming abundance results from your own past hard work and dedication. You've earned the blessing coming your way. Your wish is about to be fulfilled. Your loving nature spirits celebrate you. You are becoming a masterful creator. There will be more than enough coming your way to share with others as well. The future will take care of itself. Congratulations! Your creations are on their way as surely as after a successful planting and cultivating season, the harvest happens. Stay attentive during this last phase. Be confidently patient and wait on the timing of nature.
That's so cool. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to Vibrant Life Podcast.
Welcome to Vibrant Lives Podcast. Welcome to our hang.
Yeah.
This is our hang. That felt super significant. Okay, so I just came over. I was on the phone with an old friend. A lot of discussion of political climate was happening. She's on one side of the coin. I'm on the other. It was a very interesting conversation, which led me to coming in here to talking to you about how part of me is feeling fearful. We should get passports. We should just have a safety plan in place. But then I tap into my intuition, and everything I've been getting all week long has been everything you've been working for is still coming.
Yeah.
And you were the bringer of light. So you were supposed to focus on the things that light you up and not tapping into fear tactics or being scared. So I think that's super pertinent that that's the card you pulled that's still reminding us. Like, why did you even pull a card when we started? That's so weird.
I don't know.
Because you were like, I gotta do it.
we're supposed to pull a card. I don't know.
We usually do pull cards before we start, but we're starting a little later today.
Yeah. And I don't know. I was like, but not like a full spread. It was just that one.
Just one
So-
card, and that was super significant. It kind of feels like it changes the energy of what we were going to talk about today anyways.
Yeah. I think what I've been thinking about is, so I was telling Audrey, I've talked to two of my siblings. So I'm one of five. So there's a lot of us. But I talked to two of my siblings just yesterday, and we were all just talking about how it all just feels very scary. And then I am reminded of that people have been here before. People have resisted before. I mean, when we look at like the civil rights movement of the 50s, like that didn't happen overnight. And we're coming from a place of privilege as white people being like, we've never been here before, but we are part of a larger community of people that have had their rights taken away, have been in really bad spots and treated unfairly, and they have shown us how to overcome. And so taking that wisdom from all of the wonderful people that are willing to share, there are so many creators on social media and that are willing to share their knowledge. Like they don't have to put their energy into that, but they do. And so listening and learning and reminding yourself that it took years for that change and that resistance to see the success that they were wanting. And so while it's all feeling very fast that things are changing and getting stripped away, that doesn't mean things need to stay that way.
No. And my intuition for the entire year has been that things are going to get worse before they get better, like a lot worse, like ugly worse.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, I guess here we are. It's starting to get ugly worse because the systems that no longer work for us, the government, the school systems, the healthcare system, the political system,
right?
None of it is working for its people. It's working for a very small majority of the people. And so the difference this time, I feel like, is more and more people are tapping into their intuition and beginning to start this web, this network of people all over the globe that are starting to work together and to bring their light together. And that's going to be what's different this time.
Yes. And that kind of brings us into what we wanted to talk about, which was community and the importance of community, both online and in person, because we saw with like the TikTok ban, even though it was only like, 10 hours or whatever, it was like they can take away your modes of communication. And so you need to have multi-layers. And that led us to actually opening up our platform, creating a free space on our platform, because that's something that we pay for. So we own. And so hopefully it can't just be shut down and taken away. So creating a safe space. We wanted to create a safe space if that's something you're looking for, something that is a safe community of women that is still online, so that you have those interactions with people that aren't maybe in the same town as you and have different experiences and different perspective. Like there's so much beauty that comes from connecting with people in the virtual space. I know there's a lot of bad that comes with it as well, but having the beauty of the online community is so important and something that needs to be developed, but then also getting involved locally.
And this is where this morning, I was just like, we need to give people options. Where can they go? What do we do? And I was quickly reminded, I had this conversation with a girlfriend earlier this week that instead of scattering your energy and feeling stuck in fear, like what can I actually do? I encourage you all to just find one organization. And this is what I need to do too. I work for a nonprofit, so a lot of the things I'm already doing are good in the community, but I need to find something outside of my job.
Yeah.
So figure out what's your biggest passion. So whether that's women's rights or LGBTQ rights, whether you want to help the refugee community, figure out your platform. And then I encourage you to figure out what you can do locally, connecting to your lobbyists, whatever you've got going on in your local community government. I encourage you to find a platform and go there. So whether you volunteer your time or whether you help with money or you just get updates on what they're doing.
Yeah, just getting involved and being aware of what's happening. I know a lot of our listeners are coming from a place of overwhelm already, and the energy you're probably bringing into this episode might be feeling overwhelmed and scared. But actually adding something to your plate can sometimes be very good. Yeah. Adding something that's just for you, adding something where you feel like you're making an impact can sometimes be that lift that you need. We'll talk about, we've got all the resources to help you if you are feeling overwhelmed, like the GLOW method, and we've got podcast pals, and we've got episodes on how to nurture your inner self, but sometimes taking the lens off of you and pushing it into the larger community can also be very calming. Yeah, that's not the right word. Or just like putting things in perspective.
it lights your fire a little bit.
Yes.
Like, right? It gives you purpose.
Yes.
Which can help with all the other things that are happening. If you feel like you're like, okay, I did that one thing, which makes you feel like you've succeeded at something.
You've made an impact.
You've made an impact.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's what I teach my moms. When your baby does a behavior that you like, I want you to praise them. I want you to clap your hands and say, yay, good job, because then you're reinforcing that behavior. So when you do something that makes you feel good, you're reinforcing good behavior.
Yes.
Which is great.
You're reinforcing to your brain that these emotions are necessary.
Yeah.
And so you're training your brain to look for more of that and create more of that. And we go into that in the GLOW method, but you can also do that by reaching out, which is also part of the GLOW method, but choosing your one thing that you're going to invest in and becoming an activist. I think that's a limiting belief that I've had to kind of work through, or maybe not a limiting belief, but a narrative of like that I'm not an activist, that I'm not someone that gets involved. And then I look back and I'm like, that's actually not true at all. And I need to rewrite that narrative around myself of like, that's not something for me, because it is. It's something for all of us. This is our world. This is our country. These are our lives. And so we get to we can say what we want to.
And it's kind of it feels dutiful to have privilege, that the privileges that we have to speak for those that don't have a voice. I've had some very, very sad conversations this week about refugee families that are afraid. Like, my baby was born in the United States, but the president says they're not a citizen. Like, what do I do with that information? So I feel like some of those things this week, I've tried to express my calm nature. Yes, it's probably best to have a passport ready, but then what can I do on the side besides doing what I'm already doing? Like, what can I do to speak for those who can't speak for themselves?
Right. And for those of us that don't work with marginalized communities every day, I mean, it's never going to hurt you to get involved with something that's going to open up your perspectives.
Yeah.
That's going to open you up to different people's experiences. So whether that is joining the Vibrant Life Society and having those conversations on there because it's a space where you can, or finding community locally, which is something else we wanted to talk about. So we are getting ready to go on our book weekend.
Our second book weekend in 6 months.
Yes, and this could not have come at a better time. So I work remotely. I'm here all day, every day. And I was telling Audrey that this week, it just like all hit me that I was like, I feel like my world has gotten very small. I have fabulous relationships with people online. I have fabulous friendships. I was like, but oh my gosh, I feel like my world has gotten so small. I just need to get out of my house. And so it kind of brought to light, it got me thinking about like 2020. And then it got me thinking about when my marriage ended and it was like, I didn't have friends, and just like, what a blessing this is to have the local community. So when Audrey was like, I want to talk about community, I was like, great. Let's talk about how important it is to put yourself out there and make friends.
Yeah.
Because all of these women that we're going on a retreat with, none of us knew 2 years ago.
No.
I met my friend Sarah, who is now also a business partner of mine, at her daughter's birthday party a year and a half ago. And because we're both includers and doers, we were able to put together these weekends, and it's like, this person brought in this person, and this person brought in this person, and what a lovely community that we have now. And so I guess my challenge for you is to go do that. Be that person that makes the invite. Even if you're shy. Like, I'm kind of a shy person, and so for me to be like, hey, I know we talked at a birthday party, but like, can we get together again? Or can we do like a play date? That took a lot. But what a blessing that has come out of this. And so I'm very excited to go and get my cup filled by these women and get out of my house, even though I'm going to another one of my houses since we're staying at my Airbnb. But
16 other women are coming to join you.
Right.
And when we hosted in the fall, there was what, 10, 11?
Yeah.
So it's already grown by that much.
Right.
Just women that are planning to come. We've got good food. We all have books to read. Last time, I don't think there was a lot of reading that happened, but we had the option in the morning. There was like an hour where we all sat snuggled in our blankets with our coffee, just reading books. And I was sharing that with my sister, and my sister just moved to a new community. She doesn't have any friends yet. And she goes, that sounds like my dream weekend. She goes, I want that so bad. I was like, come to the next one.
Yeah.
So my sister's coming and my good friend Ellen is coming.
Yeah, so just like that, I invited you last time, and now you've invited 2 other friends.
Yeah.
And it's also got us dreaming, like, we would love to take Vibrant Life to the physical realm.
Yes.
To create retreats. So if that's something you're interested in,
let us know.
Let us know, because we would love to organize that. Even if it is a book weekend like this, like, we know what to do now. Like, we've done it successfully and people have only had good things to say. And so we would love to also bring this virtual community that we're building and add in this physical element, because that can also
lights me up so much, Cassie. Seriously, you say that and I'm like, yes, people together in person. It's what we're missing right now.
Yeah. And so that can also create lifelong friendships. So in 2020, I had joined a virtual mastermind, something similar to Vibrant Life, where we were doing courses together. We were working on business foundations. But at the end of it, there was this Florida retreat. And we ended up doing it a little bit later because COVID and all this stuff, but we ended up going, and I stayed in an Airbnb with like 5 women who I didn't know at the start of the class. I just threw it out there. I was like, I'm planning to go to the Florida thing. Who wants to stay with me? We ended up talking, and I still talk to them today. Once a month, we still have a get together where we talk about our businesses and we encourage each other. And we've been through babies and marriages and like all the things together. And so beautiful, beautiful things can come out of the virtual. So that's where we wanted to encourage you to not only do, I mean, I wouldn't have met any of these women. Like, there's one of us that's from Texas. I'm in Iowa. There's Wisconsin. There's Washington. There's Pennsylvania. So it's like we wouldn't have met in just a day to day.
Yeah.
And so that's the beauty of the online communities, and actually not just being a passive member of a community, but actually getting involved. And that's something that I have been challenging myself to do over the last 5 years, because I am typically shyer. I am more of a like scroller, and like I'll like things, but like not really get involved. But it's so much richer when you do go all in and you let people see you and you see other people.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, that's what we wanted to say and encourage you. I guess just a quick
I think it is a quick one, an encouragement one today. I can identify and relate to that though, because I think being a mom can become so isolating because you're stuck at home and you're taking care of your kids. And then if you have a partner, then you're with your partner and you're with your kids, and then you're at work, and then it cycles over and over and over again. And so the pandemic for me is when I really started to realize that I just missed people so much more when you knew you couldn't do it. And so then it made me a lot more particular after that on who I did spend my time with. So my circle of people got a lot smaller because I just wanted to make sure that we weren't wasting any time with the people that you don't vibe with. So I got very particular, and then I slowly started to open back up, and I started to just make sure that when I did start talking to people, they were meaningful conversations. They got to see who I really am, which is weird. I'm weird.
We're all weird.
We're all weird. Like, there's no such thing as normal. So when you start to really bring yourself to the table is when you get, like, people get to see you and know who you are and love you for who you are and not for who you're pretending to be. And that's when my relationship started to flourish.
Yeah.
And I went a long time without female companionship. And it's been, I think, a good 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now that I have been building that community back up. I've got more friends than I have in a long time. But the relationships, like, really mean something now. And so that makes all the difference.
Like, you're genuinely excited to hang out with people and do things. And and it feels good and encouraging. Yeah. And so...
And we're ready to expand that even further.
We would love for you to join our community of Vibrant Life. We will, if you're listening to this and you're like, I want that, but I don't have those people, let us be the foundation for you, because we would love that.
Yep. And we've got our free space too.
Yeah.
So you can pop on there. I'll post the link in the script notes. You can just hop on and just see what we're all about.
Yeah.
Join the conversation.
Join the conversation. Join the movements. Be an active participant in your life and in your community.
Yes.
That's the message of this. That's our challenge. That's your one takeaway. Go take action on something.
Sounds good.
on something. Join a movement, join a community, join our community, but then also reach out to somebody and ask them to do something.
Yep, it can be just a small start, just a real quick conversation. Hey, do you want to take our kids for a play date, or do you want to go meet for coffee? Like, make it simple.
Yeah.
Start there.
Good luck. Let us know how it goes. We're
All right.
rooting for you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Exciting news! The Vibrant Life Society is now open, and we'd love for you to join our incredible community of empowered women. Sign up through the link in the show notes to start creating your most vibrant, joy-filled life today. And thank you for tuning in to our Vibrant Life podcast. We hope today's episode has energized and inspired you to live your best life. If you enjoyed what you heard, be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode. And please take a moment to leave us a review. Your feedback fuels our mission to bring you more valuable content. Stay connected with us on social media at Vibrant Life Society for daily tips, motivation, and community support. As we wrap up today's conversation, we encourage you to embrace each moment, pursue your passions, and prioritize your well-being. Together, let's create a life that radiates with energy and purpose. Until next time, live vibrantly. See you in our next episode.